I come back and, it's amazing. You're reading these notes. Well, nothing's changed, but the views are very consensus. Like, almost everyone I read is like, whether they're bullish or bearish stocks, they're like, it's too much short term. They need to pull back short term. It's just like assumed that into month end there's going to be some stock selling. And that would make sense with some portfolio rebalancing, fine. But I'm just a bit worried about how consensus that is. And flip side is, everyone is completely consensus that nothing can stop the dollar right now unless, Japanese intervention comes in and helps change the narrative there. But otherwise, it's clearly dollar bullish.
And is Japanese intervention going to come in?
I don't think so. At least, I think this 160 hype is completely ridiculous. I think, that it might keep on going higher before they come in again. But ultimately, intervention is just an excuse for macro traders to resell the yen at much better levels. And I think that's the key narrative there.
So what do you do with this consensus market? Do you just keep the momentum, stick with it?
I think yes, actually, sadly. Fine, if stocks are due a short-term pullback, but nothing more than short-term pullback. Our colleague Simon White last week did this excellent column about excess liquidity, and I think he's absolutely spot on. I think that if there's a short-term pullback, you still probably buy that dip. I think that the macro backdrop still remains incredibly supportive. It's the same narrative all year that we have central banks that are trying to be more dovish than the economics would justify, and the economic growth is still strong. So, fine, I'm back from holiday, maybe things are technically overbought, maybe we're due a bit of correction, but ultimately, a month from here, I expect stocks to be stronger around the world.
Stocks,
you stay bullish.
Stocks or Nvidia?
Good question. I think stocks overall, I think the rally can broaden out, but I've argued that for a while and clearly been wrong. Nvidia, I just think, is a completely different beast. You mentioned this a few minutes ago, people have no idea how to value Nvidia because its kind of growth is just going up so quickly. But I think that it is not just Nvidia. I mean, everyone thinks the Nvidia is a bubble that's going to pop at some point, but I don't see the reason for it to pop now. You've got to wait to the next earnings season. It's got to have an earnings season at some point that's going to disappoint. In the short term, though, I think that Nvidia continues to drive broader markets higher, including markets outside the US.